Hey, Marvina.
Hey Renee, how are you doing?
I am good. How about you?
I'm doing well, can't complain.
Awesome.
I
Awesome.
can't complain. It's been a good week, I guess.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah. It's always good when you get some good weeks in there. So,
That is true.
oh man. So, here we are, episode 63.
Yep, 63.
63.
A little better than halfway through the year. Well, three-fourths of the way, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, surprising
Time is
how
moving.
fast
I know.
it's
So going so quickly, right?
I know, it's crazy.
We're going to
Yeah.
be at Thanksgiving pretty soon.
Well, we go to the coast right before Thanksgiving, so I'm kind of looking
Yeah.
forward to it,
Yeah.
you know. And so,
Nice.
and I've already started, last year we started games with my family at Christmas time,
Okay.
the extended family. So there's
Okay.
about 55 to 60 of us that get together. And
Okay.
so
Nice.
last year I did reindeer games, and so we had the different generations playing the games.
Okay.
So I've already started on that. I'm just really excited
Oh,
about
nice.
that. So yeah,
Nice.
yeah,
Nice. You
yeah.
you have to share some games with me as you usually do for
Okay,
my
okay.
I've actually asked my sister-in-law to remember we talked about being present and
Yep,
you
yep.
know, I'm trying to let some things go. So I've actually asked my sister-in-law to head that up because she's the perfect person for it. So
Oh,
for the
good.
game. So yeah. So we'll talk off camera.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Oh gosh. Well, we just thought this might be just kind of a fun little lighthearted conversation. I heard somebody on the radio the other day. They were talking about they were calling what they were doing the reminiscing childhood bingo.
Okay.
And I just was really intrigued with some of the things that they were bringing up, and so I thought that'd be kind of fun for you and I to do.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I thought we'd just kind of ask each other some questions about our childhoods, and I before we get started, I got to say one thing.
Uh-huh.
I hope you listened to our Monster Under the Bed episode,
Mm-hmm.
which was episode I think 61.
Okay.
And so we got some comments from your friend Darlene.
Okay.
And I chuckled because I was happy to hear that her fear was a voodoo demon doll under her bed with a knife that was trying to stab her feet. I loved that.
Yep.
And I
That
just
sounds
wanted,
like Darlene.
and I wanted to assure her that Glenda's fine, my sister's fine. She's not had to have therapy or anything. She's okay. So,
No, poor Gwen. Poor Glenda.
ah. Anyway, that was that episode. We
Ooh,
talked about some childhood fears and stuff. So I thought just
right.
this would be fun to just talk about some childhood memories and see where we compare on them.
Right. Okay. Sounds
Okay.
good.
Okay. So you
Yeah.
want me to ask the first question?
Sure.
Okay. As a kid, did you ever cook with your grandmother?
I did
Did you?
quite a bit actually.
Okay.
And it's funny you ask me that because my question is, did you ever help cook for the holidays?
Okay.
But yes, I did. I used to help my grandmother cook all the time. That's actually between her and my mom is how I learned to cook. But
Okay.
yes, my grandmother I helped all the time. How about you?
Oh yeah, my grandmother taught me how to can pickles and
Oh,
pears and do the Thanksgiving turkey and the stuffing. And so, yeah, she was quite an influence for me.
yeah,
Um,
okay.
and she would have me come over and spend the night before the holiday, which now, as I look back, it was probably child labor. She didn't want to teach me anything. She just wanted help with getting everything ready, you know.
Oh,
But
trust me, I understand. My
oh gosh.
grandkids, my granddaughter, I have one in Indiana, so she doesn't get to come and help as much. But my
Mhm.
granddaughter here, yep, she's usually here all week. Uh huh.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Is pitching in, helping, and yeah. But it's how we learn, right? And it's
Yeah.
how and it has benefited you. Now, I didn't pay attention to when my grandmother was canning and stuff. And now I'm trying to figure that out, but it's a lot.
Oh, yeah.
So, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. And she would teach you little tricks like when we were canning the pears, and she taught me how to dig out the whatever in the middle and the core, and then she'd put a cinnamon stick in her pears and then a little
Okay.
red food coloring so that you'd have like cinnamon, it tasted like cinnamon pears. And
Oh, got it.
yeah, so I
Okay.
learned a lot
Oh,
from her. Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
So then I was going to ask that. Did you ever help cook for the holidays? But I'm going to ask a different question.
Okay.
So did you ever fall asleep in the back seat and wake up carried inside, like wake up already in the house? Like
Uh,
maybe on a road trip or
I don't know if I did or not.
okay. Okay.
Yeah. I
I
don't,
have a feeling you was probably up the one in the back seat doing all the stuff you weren't supposed to be doing. I have a feeling.
I rode home with my head out the window like a dog. Um, I don't remember. Yeah, if
Okay.
I was, I mean, I was probably too young to remember, but yeah, we didn't go on too many trips. And I
Okay.
remember my dad would like you're going to go to Disneyland, you've got to
Uh-huh.
start at 3 in the morning. And
Yes.
we would go to a restaurant downtown Sacramento and have pancakes and then be on our way. And it's like,
Yes.
yeah, so you're traveling during the cool part of the day.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't
Mm-hmm.
know. I don't know
Okay.
if my parents, maybe they just left me in the car. How about you?
Yes, my dad. We would go to the Bay Area. We actually did a lot of road trips, and my mom was very big on road trips too. Um, and so there were times when either we had to wake up
Yeah.
and walk ourselves in the house, but that's just like you're the most tired. Like
Yeah.
it's you're just the most tired. You got to
Yeah.
get up and get out the car, and it's cold, it's warm in the car. But yes, but looking back on those times now, yes, there were times that I would wake up and already be in the house, and then there were
Ah,
times where I had to actually walk into the
yeah.
house. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Um, okay,
And
so
what
you got two. I've got one, right?
okay.
Because we agreed with
Yes.
grandma, but
Mhm.
I'm not sure about the carrying me in. Like I said, they may have just locked the car. Let me sleep there. Okay, how about did you ever break a toy or an object and hide it? Oh, don't give me the
Okay, I was gonna say that. I don't want to say that I did not, but I don't recall doing it. Okay, so I don't know. My brother's gonna probably roll his eyes, like, yeah, she was always a goody two shoe, but like, why? You're gonna get busted, and then it's
Yeah,
gonna be way worse.
yeah,
So for me, the mom I had, because not her focus wasn't so much the broke toy. It's the fact that you tried to hide it and lie
yeah,
about it, both her and my dad.
yeah,
So I don't think so.
yeah, yeah. See, and for the most part, I was the same way. Don't try to pull one over on your dad because you're going to get
Yeah.
help, right?
Yep.
But my grandmother, I was over at her house and I liked to help when I was over there. And I can't even remember where she had gone, but I decided I would dust for her. And my uncle had been stationed in Germany,
Hmm.
and he had sent her this carving, a beautiful little carving of a man standing there with a deer. And so I was dusting it and broke the little deer's ear off.
Oh.
And I was so scared because she just loved that little piece. And so I set it back and I put the ear real close to it. And so she later on I think I spent the night with her for a couple nights. It's like, oh, look what happened to my deer. I don't know. And she knew,
Right.
right?
Right.
Don't do this. I'll get you to confess thing.
Right.
Just ask me, Renee, did you do this? But no, she let guilt weigh heavy on me until finally I went to her and I cried and I said, I didn't mean to break it. And it was okay.
Right.
But yeah.
But
So
the same thing, it was the fact that you tried to hide it, right? That was her way of teaching you.
yeah, yeah,
Just fess up.
yeah. And it's like, teach me how to stuff a turkey, Grandma. I don't want these other kind of lessons you're trying to give me. And she would always do that. She was a great storyteller.
Okay,
And
so
if she
that's where you get it from.
Yeah, she was a great
Got it.
storyteller. And
Okay.
so, she would tell you these little stories. If she knew you were having a problem with your mom or your sisters or something like that, she'd tell you this story that just tugged at your heart. And you'd
Got
be end up
it.
crying as you're laying there taking a nap. And so, yeah, it was just heap the guilt on them, heap the guilt
Yeah,
on 'em.
yeah, yeah, got it. I like that though.
Oh, it was fun. Oh, yeah. Oh, gosh. Okay, so I think we're evened up now. We both have
Okay, so we're
two.
even up. Okay,
Yep.
so what was a Saturday morning like in your house as a kid? Did you watch
Um,
cartoons? Did you?
we got to watch some cartoons and we
Uh-huh.
got to watch I think I mentioned in another episode there was like a Laurel and Hardy a movie or a show or one of those others can't think of it right now. Abbott and Costello, and then we get
Okay.
to watch a Tarzan movie.
Okay.
And then it was get yourselves out of the house and don't
Okay.
come back on in until the lights on the street come on.
Got it. Okay.
But
Got it.
we actually, and this is one of my questions, did you have a Saturday morning chore list? And we did.
Okay.
And so we would always do our chores.
Mm-hmm.
And we had wood floors back then, and my
Mm-hmm.
mom would wax them, right?
Okay.
We had this buffer that you would go and buff that. So we had to do that a lot of times. And I always thought, wouldn't it be fun to see where it would go without me holding on to it? Banging into the walls. And it's like, so yeah.
Yeah. You did a lot.
Yeah. Oh gosh. But
For
yeah,
me,
yeah.
Saturdays were, and I think I've shared this before. My mom and dad, they're both very creative people. My mom, she did a lot of sewing. She sewed our, Sunday dresses and outfits. My dad was heavy into music.
Uh-huh.
And so Saturdays we would have jazz playing and my mom would be sewing on the sewing
There you
machine.
go.
And I'm like, we just want to watch cartoons. That's it. And so, and I remember the TV we had, my mom had, I think it was a Singer sewing machine, the kind that, came up out of the table.
Yeah.
That was right. But every time she stepped on the pedal of the sewing machine, it would cause static in the TV. Now we got static in the TV, and then my dad's back here playing his flute, just tooting away. And I'm just like, we just want cartoons. We only get this once a week. You know what I'm saying? And so, but looking back on it, it was really it was very fond times. But at the time when I was a kid, I'm like, seriously, you guys, like we just want to watch cartoons. That's it.
Yeah.
But we too had chores, we had to do our chores, and then after that, watch cartoons, go out for the day, and
Yeah. Yep.
Funny.
Yes. Oh man.
I think it's your turn.
Okay. Were you ever in a church or school performance?
I'm sure I was. But yes, both. I've never, as much as I like to talk, I've never.
Don't tell me shy.
I am.
Lord, deliver her from that deception.
I am shy. And I don't know if it just is. I know people always have that reaction when I tell them I'm really by nature I'm an introvert,
Mhm.
but they're like, yeah, right. But
Yeah.
anyway, and it maybe it's just a fear of just being in front of people or something. But yes, I used to hate them. I hated any time I had to be in a performance.
Yeah.
And then because it's nothing worse than that everybody just staring at you like, what you gonna do next?
Yeah.
you know, I know I don't sound very good on this flute, but of course everybody has to as if
Yeah. Yeah.
but yeah, but yes, I have been in school and church performances. How about you? I feel a story coming on because I can only imagine. I can only imagine. Yes,
Well,
Renee.
I was very shy as a child as well. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. We're both under a deception apparently. Um, but nothing in school. I always seemed to get
Okay.
out of school stuff, but there was
What?
I know.
Okay.
I don't,
Why? That's the question.
I probably faked sickness when picked the parts for the plays or whatever or something.
Got it.
Um,
Got it.
but there was one Sunday school teacher, don't know what she was thinking, but she wanted to show the congregation. I guess they were maybe highlighting all the Sunday school kids. I don't know.
Hmm.
But she gave us a scripture to memorize, right?
Okay.
And so she put a telephone, and it was, I don't know how they rigged it, but a telephone over on one side of the platform and a telephone on the other side of the platform. So she would pick up the phone and ring it, and the person, one of us kids, would pick it up and go hello. And she goes, "Can you tell me what Psalms, 119:4
Okay.
says?"
Got it. Okay.
And I had, everybody was doing their part. It says, for God so loved the world, and then they hang up. And then she called the next person.
Okay.
Comes to me, "What is your scripture, Renee?" I couldn't think of it.
Got it.
So
Yeah.
she had to actually go, "Was it this?" And I went, uh-huh. "Did it say this?" Uh-huh. It was terrible. It was terrible.
I think
So,
I think most people have that childhood um performance where, we just kind of froze up and
yeah,
yeah, that's why I hated it. I hated it.
yeah, yeah, I know. Yeah, it wasn't good. I love those performances though, where you see little kids
Hmm.
and they're singing, one's pulling the dress up over her head, and, the little boy's making somebody scoot over. And so I don't think I was that cute, but
And it's always cute to the people who are not those kids' parents.
yeah, exactly.
But it is cute. It is cute.
Yeah.
Um, my grandmother used to bake a lot. And
Mhm.
so cakes, like she was like one of the neighborhood bakers. And so, which leads into my next question, which is, did you ever lick the spoon of the cake batter, like after your grandmother cooked the cake or your mom?
Yes, and I used to get the beaters.
Yes.
Yes, right. I
Right.
saw something one time that it says a good mom lets you lick the beaters, a better mom turns off the
The-
mixer first.
yes. And the spoon was always better than the mixer because my grandmother would leave batter on.
Oh
She
yeah.
would leave it on the mixers too. But you got to go all around it, either get your tongue to go around the beater, take your
Yeah.
finger to, you know what I'm saying? But with that bowl and that spoon, you could just go to town.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll clean that for you, Grandma. Don't worry.
Right.
Spatula out. Yeah.
And it would be clean, right?
Yeah.
There's nothing, I mean, when you give a kid a cake bowl, a cake batter bowl and a spoon, it comes back spotless.
Yeah. Yeah. And did you ever, with a hand mixer, we always would pull it out a little bit at a time, and then the battery state,
Right.
bring it up too fast, and the batter goes.
Right. Yep. I've had a couple of those times. I've had batter all over the place. hand got stuck in the mixer in the beaters
Oh
one
no.
time, and it was very painful. But yeah.
What were you
Yeah.
just trying to get a taste or what?
You know what? I don't even know how my fingers got caught up in it or why, but I do remember the pain of it getting caught up
Oh
there. My
man.
grandmother had to unplug the mixer and kind of pry them apart while my fingers were black and blue, but
Yeah.
I never got them stuck again. So clearly I learned my lesson.
Yeah.
Don't put your fingers near the beaters, right?
Yeah.
And it's funny how, like, when my kids were growing up, and it's probably because of some of the experiences I had as a kid, but we're so worried about it. They let us do anything then. Oh yeah, stick your tongue in the beaters while it's plugged in. I mean, yeah, go.
Yeah. Oh gosh. And thank God it's always the mom or the grandma that is with you, right? Because your dad or your grandpa would be, how stupid are you? What'd you do that for? But grandma's like,
Why your
oh,
hand is still stuck in there? Okay.
I'll turn it off when you stop crying.
Right. That is so true.
Oh my gosh, that's too funny.
Oh.
Ah,
Okay. So that was so yeah, you answered it.
okay.
You did get the beater in the okay.
Yes, yes.
All
So,
right.
okay, how about this one? Did you ever cheat at school?
Mm-mm.
Oh my gosh, you were just no fun.
It's not working. You know how stressed out. Okay, see, this is the thing. Not that I studied all the time. I would just rather, you know what? I just rather guess. But to cheat, I'd be so stressed out
Yeah,
because I think I'm going to get caught. It defeats the whole purpose for me.
yeah, yeah,
Remember, I'm Martha. Remember we talked about
yeah,
that?
yeah,
Like, I got.
yeah.
Did
Oh,
you?
uh, I only did it one time,
Okay.
and it wasn't like cheating off anybody's paper or anything like that.
Okay.
So
What
in
kind of cheating was it? Mm-hmm.
fourth grade, we had to do 3 book reports.
Okay.
Okay. And so I never like to read. I
Okay.
just have never enjoyed it.
Yep.
And that's
I'm the same way.
probably
Yeah.
why I've never advanced in life
Okay.
because you know. Um, so I was sitting there trying to read this book, and a girl, Bobette, was in my class, and she was kind
Okay.
of a little bruiser, a little mean. And she walks up to me and she goes, "Why are you reading that?" And I
Mhm.
said, "Well, what do you mean?" And I said, "We have to do the book reports." And she goes, "Did you realize that if you turn it over, the book over, it tells you what the book's about, and you can just write that down and turn it in for your book report?"
Okay.
That sounds good.
Okay.
So I wrote 3 book reports in one afternoon, just copied right off of there. Just,
So you didn't copy off of someone's paper, but you did copy off the back of the book.
yes, turned it in. And I think 3 of us in class did it. I think Bobette convinced 3 of us to do it because the
God,
next day the teacher said there were some cheaters in the room
got
who
it.
copied off the back of the books, and that's not a book report. And I
Was it
just,
the same book?
huh?
Did you all three of you have the same book, or no? They were a
They were
book.
all different, but
Got it. But yes, she could tell you copied
oh
off the
yeah,
back.
she could
Yes.
tell. Yeah.
Right.
And so yeah, I just feared that she would call my father and I would be
Mhm.
dead meat.
Yeah. See, that worry was not worth it for me. It was
Yeah.
not. And it wasn't my dad that I had to worry about. It was my mom.
Your mom. Okay.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that wasn't worth it. Mm-mm.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and I think I was just intimidated. I don't think there was this part
Yeah.
of me that went, I'm going to cheat. I think
Right. Right.
she scared me, this gal. She scared me
Oh,
bad.
got
So,
it.
um, so
Blame
it's
it
like,
on her, Renee.
yeah. And I might have even told the teacher, well, Bobette said.
Renee.
Well, oh man. Yeah, it was,
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah. To be a kid, you think you have it all figured out, right? We don't,
Yeah,
and we don't realize how, as kids, how transparent we are. Like our
yeah,
our parents were kids before, teachers were kids before. They
yeah,
know all the tricks, and
yep,
we're not as smart as we think we are as kids. We come up with these brilliant ideas that we think is foolproof. No one would ever know.
yeah, yeah. Nobody will ever know.
Nobody will ever know.
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
goodness. Okay, and so I have one more.
Okay.
And so did you ever sit on the floor flipping through family photo albums?
Hmm. I don't think so. I don't,
Okay.
my parents didn't take very many pictures. I think,
Okay.
I think we weren't really attractive looking children. So it's,
I'm sure that is not the reason. And see, we took a lot of pictures.
okay.
Um, my dad, till this day, when Armand and I met, my mom was very strict, first of all. So there wasn't a lot I could do. And so our mom would come over. And now I'm thinking, why would he want to look at your family photos? He doesn't know anybody, besides you, besides me or my mom but I would literally bring out like 3 and 4 photo books and like, hey, let's do this. He went along with it. But now thinking about, I'm like, how clueless.
He was
But we
in
did.
love.
He was in love. He sat through it. But that was very common for us. We went through pictures all the time, and even now, um, I don't do it as much, but we do. I probably have like, I think I have like 15,000 pictures in my phone now. But yeah, my dad is sending us, remember this. We're very big on pictures. And so,
Okay. Okay.
mm-hmm,
Well,
mm-hmm,
like I said, we didn't travel much.
mm-hmm.
And we did find some, after my dad died, we found some stuff in one of his drawers. It was all Kodak undeveloped film.
Yeah, yeah. My
So it's
dad had a
like,
lot of those too.
yeah. So we finally,
Disposable cameras. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. We finally developed them and they were so old, it was like they were yellowed and
Right.
stuff
Mm-hmm,
like that.
mm-hmm.
So um, apparently he did not think they were worth developing. He's
And he
gone
was
on.
raising kids. He said, this is not important right now.
Oh gosh. Yeah, it's yeah, so no, but you know what I did do when you say laying on the floor,
Mm-hmm,
we had the hardwood floors, right?
mm-hmm.
And we had an old swamp cooler that did not cool the house down. So
Mm-hmm.
you left the door open and with the screen, the front door, right? And then the back door, hoping to get that breeze through. And I
Okay.
remember laying on the floor with no lights on in the house, and we had a black and white TV.
Okay.
And I still remember to this day how it would reflect on the shiny wax floor.
Okay.
I and we're and of course there's no click. You had to get up
Right.
and then you had to do the
Right.
rabbit ears and
Right.
all that kind of stuff. So, but that's what we did on the floor was we just watched TV, but never
Okay.
pictures. Yeah,
Okay. And
yeah,
we did a lot of that too, watching TV. I do remember we had a swamp cooler, and I actually remember we would have to, like, to make it cool. One of us we would take turns going down, putting water on the
yes,
cooler,
yes,
right? And you just think, and then I think we eventually just like made a hole in there and stuck the holes in so
yes,
we wouldn't have to keep going out. But yeah, I do remember that. I do
yeah,
remember that, and just kind of just laying on the floor, just feeling that cool air. And it was such an innocent time. You know what I'm
yes,
saying? Like,
yeah,
when you think back to those times now, they were just, innocent, and it takes you back to our previous episode where we talked about by being present, right?
yeah,
You can actually, because we were so present during, a lot of the memories we're talking about, you could actually feel being there. That's where
Yes.
that nostalgia comes in, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Nice, nice. Um, did you have any more questions?
Well, I
I
bumped
think
one of mine up to that Saturday morning chore list. Do you have anything else? Do you have another question?
I don't think so. I think I've yeah, nope, I've asked all of mine.
Okay. Yeah, I had all of mine. So, like I said, I combined mine with yours about Saturday morning chores.
Hmm.
What was your favorite cartoon?
I loved Bugs Bunny
Yeah.
and I loved the Roadrunner.
Yeah, me too.
Hmm.
Me
Hmm.
too.
And
Yeah.
I'm like, is he gonna get caught this time? Then it would be over with, right?
Yeah.
You
And
know,
see,
Wild Coyote was after him, and you're like,
yeah.
is he gonna catch him this time? But yeah, as he never will. But yeah, I like Woody Woodpecker. I like that
Oh
was a
yeah.
favorite as well. Of course, you know your Mickey Mouse. I wasn't too much of a Mickey Mouse. I like the Mickey Mouse Club, but I wasn't too much cartoons. But yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
Speed Racer, things like that. Mhm.
Okay. Okay. There
How
was
about you?
one. I liked all of those that you named. It was funny that the Roadrunner, like you say, the coyote would always get hit with the anvil and that kind of
Right.
thing. See, and that's where I think I told you about when I threw my pig up in the air. It was the influence of the cartoons. Remember that?
No.
The
The
piggy
pig.
bank?
Oh yes, the piggy bank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I threw it up in the air. It was supposed to say something, stop and say something. It was the influence of the cartoons. But there was one cartoon. Oh gosh, I can't. Clutch Cargo. Do you remember that one?
Mm-mm.
And they
Clutch
used
card.
a real mouth on a cartoon. That was the
Oh,
creepiest thing to me because the
no.
mouth would move just like this, but on a cartoon face.
Okay. Oh no. I
Oh,
never.
it was creepy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, but
Yeah, nice
yeah,
childhood memories. You know, what it shows to something just that's I was asking you if you had any more questions because as many differences we have a lot of similarities too,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
And I think it's important, especially in this day and time, in this day and age, that we kind of reflect on those shared experiences, right?
hmm
Um, no matter the culture, no matter the age, sometimes there's just a commonality,
yeah,
and we all have. I think we all have more in common than we think,
yeah.
but you wouldn't know unless you took time,
Right,
right? And
right.
sat and talked with someone. I think you see that a lot with like with the older generation and younger people, you know, and sometimes younger people are like, you don't have any clue what's going, you know, what this world is about. And we're like, oh, if I could only tell you,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know. But when we actually talk and give each other the space to share their experiences, and your experience may not be mine, right? We
right,
had a lot of that in the questioning. Your experience wasn't mine, but there was still a common ground in there.
right, right.
And so I think it's when we talked about asking each other questions, I'm like, I'm curious to see how many similarities we do have.
Yeah,
And you know, both of us we're of a different age group, you know, we're of a different cultures. That's clear.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that's exactly what I'm saying. Sometimes we get so focused on the differences that we miss the similarities, you know?
Right, right. And
Mhm.
you're right. It just takes a conversation.
It just takes conversation. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yep.
because yeah, we can make up our minds so easily
Yes.
and there's no basis for it. It's
That's
just
right.
it's what we perceive and you
Hmm.
know, yeah, you can find out a lot of different, cultural things,
Right.
just the differences. But again, it's the same. You
Yeah.
guys eat sweet potato pie, we eat
Yep.
walnut pie. But but the thing is that we still are
Eat
enjoying
pie.
yeah, yeah, we're eating pie and we're enjoying our family
Right.
gathering,
That's
right?
exactly right.
Yeah,
That's exactly right.
yeah,
Yeah. And
yeah,
I do think we just have to be open, more open to having conversation, open, having an open dialogue, you
yes,
know, and just because your experience isn't mine, my experience doesn't mean it wasn't an experience. We just
right.
have to be open and, you know, just listen to each other. And so,
Yeah,
you
that's what
know,
That's what the Lord calls us to do, is
That's
to
what he
love one
calls us
another.
to do.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
what he calls us to do.
Yep. So, okay, I think we both had a bingo on this. I think we
We
both
better
get
be that.
5. Yeah. Yeah. So,
And
but yeah.
some of you that, if anyone is listening out there, share in the comments some of your childhood memories.
Yeah.
Don't go overboard, though. Some people, you know who I'm talking to. I'm just kidding. That was my mom. I like messing with my mom. She's one of my biggest supporters.
Yeah.
But I tell her, well, my brother coined the phrase excessive. And sometimes I'm like, it's just a daughter parent thing, right? Like, Mom, did you have to say that? But I enjoy her comments all the time. So
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm interested to see what her and Darlene are going to share.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, I have no friends or family that comment, so apparently none of mine are watching. So thank you, Marvina's friends and family.
They watch. They just keep their comments to themselves.
Yeah.
But...
Oh my goodness. All right. Well, that was fun.
That was fun.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So until next time.
Until next time, you take care.
Thank you, Renee. You too.
All right. We'll talk soon. Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.